What's up, guys? So we just got to our destination, man. We about to get out and go start reinstalling this transmission we was working on the other day. So stay tuned, we'll get into it right now. Here, back on the Dodge Ram. It's the old transmission. This was our crazy little spill the other day. Seems like it dried out, but we got the cardboard we're gonna put down there. Gonna jack this thing up, get the other one set up under there, and throw this thing up in there real quick. The other one is right here. Got some new seals. Slide this over there. And, get it popped in there. Alright guys, so we got the transmission on the transmission jack. You want to be sure to always make sure that the torque converter is pressed all the way back in and it's locked in to the spine of the transmission. And normally it'll be like a little space in between here to make sure you got the proper clearance. If you put this thing in and it's not sitting all the way back in the right position, you go to tighten up the bell housing bolts, you could smash that between the engine and mess up something. I know on the 4L60, which I normally deal with on the regular with the LS's, it will mess up the front pump on there if you do that. But always be sure to push this in and make sure it's locked in place the right way, and then go ahead and get it under the car or vehicle that you're working on. This is on the ground, it's not on the lift, so we're gonna go ahead and raise the truck high as we can so that the bell housing right here can clear the frame and get that under there. Then we'll get in position to start jacking it up and getting it mated to the back of the engine. Alright guys, so we got this thing up on the jack, up underneath the truck. We jacked it up. We got it close to our position to where we're going to mount it to the back of the engine. Now we need to just check everything, make sure it's out the way. No wires or anything like that is getting pinched between the engine block and the transmission bell housing. After we do that, we're going to go ahead and jack it up some more and get it locked in behind the engine and get our screws in there around the bell housing so we can go ahead and tighten that up. Alright guys, so we got it up there against the engine block. It's a dowel pin that guides it on there. This is our first bolt. We're gonna go ahead and get that one started up in there so it don't jump back out of place. Start tightening that up. This is the other one on this side. You can see it right there. We got to get that lined up, and then we'll tighten those up and it'll pull it up against the engine. Then we'll finish installing the ones around the bell housing. After that, we'll go ahead and install these to the flywheel. Alright, so now we're putting the bolts in the bell housing at the top right here. Not sure if you guys can see that. We're gonna go ahead and install those around the bell housing, and then we'll be able to start tightening all these lines and stuff up right here, putting the transmission lines on, plugging up everything, and then getting ready to put the cross member back on. After that process, we'll be able to hang the transfer case back up right here, and then install the dry shafts. We'll be done. Alright guys, so we got the transmission up in there. It's hanging up. We're letting the jack down. As you can see, this thing is in there. We got to get that new transmission mount so we can put the cross member back on, and then be able to hang up the transfer case. We got most of the lines connected right here. These are some vacuum lines that connect to these lines over here. Once the cross member go back on, then we're going to hook up the little shifter linkage. That's pretty much it for the transmission. Everything else will be with the transfer case, and then put the starter back on the front and back dry shaft. We're going to go ahead and clean up right now, pick up our tools. My cousins are out here from Texas, and they want to go on the jet skis before they go back home, man. It's a pretty hot, nice sunny day out here. So we're gonna get this stuff cleaned up and head back so we can get the jet skis ready and take them out, man.